भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः भद्रं पश्येम अक्षभिर्यजत्राः स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवांशस्तनूभिः विषेम देवहितं यदायुः. Very good afternoon to all of you. My pranamas to all the learned scholars of Vedic studies, Sanskrit studies and Indology. The title of my paper is Female Rṣis of the Vedas as an Inspiration for 21st Century. It's a very common notion that any ritualistic or of any domestic ritual, the performance and the mantras will be recited by a female person, that is the priest or Ritvik. But very amazing discovery from the Vedas, from the Sanghita portion and Roveda Sanghita only, that there are 29 female rishis are there, and the auxiliary text Brihadevata reads as Ghosha Godha Vishwavara Apala Upanishad Nishat Brahmajaya Juhurnama Agastasya Susaditihi Indrani Chendramata Cha Saramaromasirvashi लोपामुद्रा च नद्यश्च यमी नारी च शश्वती श्रीर लक्ष्या सारपराज्ञी वाक् श्रद्धा मेधा च दक्षिणा रात्रि सूर्या च सावित्री ब्रह्मवादिन्य ईरिताः. And in these three slokas there are the names are 29 here, and importance was there for the females in Vedic era, and the Vedic and later Vedic references are here. Some references depicts the importance of the females in Vedic society, such as one cannot perform a sacrifice without wife. Ajagyo va eshaha yuapatnikaha. It is seen that the learned females take part in academic discourses in the king's court during the Upanishadic period. For example, that is Vachaknavi Gargi. Gargi has done a spiritual dialogue, a spiritual debate with the most revered Rishi of that time, Yajnavalkya, in King Janaka's court. The performance of an Upanayana Sanskara for the female is also found in the Smrutis. Pura Kalpetu Narinang Maunji Vandhana Vishyate. It is depicted in the Yamasmruti. And the female disciples are of two types, that are Shaddadvaha and Brahmavadini. It is said in the Viromitrovadaya that Dividha Striyo Brahmavadinya Shaddadvahascha Tatra Brahmavadininam Agnivandhanam Vedadhyanam Swagruhecha Bhakshacharyam iti. The brahmachari bakes the elms outside, but the female brahmachari bakes the elm at a home, and she does her swadhyaya at a home, all these things, and agnihotra at a home only. The list of the female rishis, the 29 female rishis, the mantra reference along with its mandala and sukta, and how many mantras are revealed to each rishi is verily discussed in this table. Agastya Swasha, one mantra, all these things I am only reading out the names only. Aditi, Apala, Indrani, Indramata, Indrashnusha, Urvashi, Kushika, Ratrihi, Godha, then Ghosha, Kakshivati, Juhu, Dakshina, Prajapatya, Yami, Yami, Vaivashwati, Romasha, Kakshivati, Lopamudra, Vachaknavi, Sari, Vagambruni, Vishwabha, Atreyi, Sachi, Polami, Shraddha, Kamayani, Shashwati, Angirashi, Sarama, Devashuni, Shurya, Shavitri, Sharparagni, Shikata, Nipavari, and the last four names are from Khila Shuktaj. Khila Shuktaj are later additions to the original Rigvedic text. Upanishad, Nishat, Shree, Lakshya, and Medha. So, total mantras revealed to the female shears are 317 out of 10,580. Among these female rishis, some are human beings, some are personified abstract ideas, some are non-humans but conscious animal species, and some are like Sarama, and some are celestial bodies like Urvashi. Therefore, we will discuss the lives of some female rishis who are human beings and deal with the society, face the problems and solve their problems by themselves and show light to generations to come. They are Romasha, Lopamudra, Aditi, Vishwavaratreyi, Shashwati Angirashi, Apalatreyi, Yami Vaivashwati, Vashukrapatne Indrashnusha, Ghosha Kakshivati, Agasthyas Swasa, and Surya Shavitri, Indrani, Juhu, Urvashi, and Vagambruni. And the next one is the female rishi and their messages to the society. What they have faced and what is their message. One mantra revelation is associated with Romasha, that is Rigveda, first mandala 126th sukta and 7th mantra. Upopame paramrusha mame dabhrani manyathaha sarvahavashmi Romasha gandha arinang ibavika. Romasha is the daughter of Brihaspati of Gandhara. She had married with Ashwanaya of Havayavya, the king of Sindhu. She got neglected by her husband as if she is not matured enough for a conjugal life, as reads the 6th mantra by Ashwanaya himself. And the 7th mantra is the reply by Romasha, where she believe that her husband will understand, and she tries to make understand and return back the love from her husband. It is a danastuti. It is about the glorification of donation by the king Ashwanaya. And these last two mantras are very ordinary, like any personal talk of husband and wife. The male partner shows unfamiliarity, and the female partner, Romasha, here affirms to lure him. The self-confidence, self-harmonies, and honesty are the key factors to keep the relationship fresh always in a society. And the next example is Lopamudra. Lopamudra is the princess of Vidarbha as per the Mahabharata Vanaparva, and was created by Rishi Agasti as the result of her father's penance for a progeny. When she grew up, the Rishi came to ask her hand to the king, and Lopamudra left the palace and came along with the Rishi to his hermitage. The Rishi was so engaged in penance and austerity that he had forgotten about his married life. Therefore, when Lopamudra felt tired of Agastya's austerity, she recites two mantras and return back to her husband's attention to return back her husband's attention towards the other part of life and make their marriage successful. Purviraham sharada shastramana dosha vasto rushasho jarayantihi minati shriyam jarima tanunang apyu nu pattinir vrishano yagamyuhu. ये सिद्धि पूर्व ऋतशाप आशन शाकम देवेभिरवदन ऋतानि ते चिद वाशुर नैहन्तमापुः समो नु पत्निर्वृषभिर्जगम्. With these words of Lopamudra, Rishi Agasti realized that yes, they should have a material life and a progeny, which was high time. Then they both had a son and named Dridashu. Lopamudra is the symbol of untiring feminine force of an ideal family, where she takes up every responsibility of the family upon her shoulders and frees her husband to contribute for the society to the maximum of his capacity and capability. But a little bit of selfishness is also needed to live a life, to make a personal life successful, and to have a future generation with their idealism. The patience, the tolerance, and the sacrifice of Lopamudra are the inspirations in this technological era to have a peaceful and holistic life. And Aditi, the term Aditi occurs 80 times in the Rigveda in Puranas. Aditi is the wife of Maharshi Kashyapa and the mother of the Devas. The Vaman incarnation of Lord Vishnu is the result of the penance of Mother Aditi. She is described as the best royal mother, mother of the best and avigor sons. According to Yaska, Aditi is the Deva Mata, Aditi Radina Deva Mata. The term Adina is paraphrased by Sayana as Akhandaniya, unimpaired. According to Max Muller, Aditi is a symbol of infinite borderless space and cloud, and according to Pischel, Aditi is the representative of this earth. And the Rigveda 4:18:4 is attributed to Aditi, and this sukta is a dialogue between Indra, Vamadeva, and Atri. It's also available in the Anukramani, Arshanukramani. Aditi is the mother of Indra and all the Devas. She protects them with her power. She is the Rishi of the second half of the mantra. Nahin Vashya Pratimanavasti Antarjati Sutaje Janitvaha. According to Ilshan, there is no analogy between him. Him means here Indra, and those who have win or will be won. She glorifies the divineness of Indra in the seventh mantra also. Kimo sidasme nibido bhanante indrasya vadyam dadhishant apah mamitan aputro mahata vadhena vritrang jaganvan asrajudvi sindhun. And Aditi is the celestial power who promotes divineness and the godly qualities. She protects the mother as he protected the mother of Vamadeva and bestows fearlessness to his sons of her virtuous deeds. She is the symbol of all divinity and virtues in this world even today. And the next example is Vishwavara Treyi. Vishwavara is the daughter of Atri and Anasuya. She had learned all the Vedic texts under the guidance of her father, Rishi Atri. Some references say that she was the court poet of King of Gandhara and was well appreciated for her knowledge. She had shared her divine knowledge with her disciples, and they were also praised in the king's court like their guru. The disciples are Agnimala, Bhuja, Ajamini, Parameshwari, Harita Kumari, Shankari, Manivenali, and Saundarji and Swadheni. The fifth mandala, 8th sukta of Rigveda is perceived by Atreyi. Vishwavara. These are six. There are 6 mantras in this sukta where the deity is Agni and the chandas are Trishtup, Jagati, and Anustup. This sukta is a prayer to Agni and prayers for good material life with happiness, comfort, and security. Samidhu Agnir Divisochira Shret Pratyang Usasam Urviya Vibhati Eti Prachi Vishwavara Namovir Deva Ilana Havisha Ghritachi. Here Shayanacharya describes the term Vishwavara as Sarvamapi Paparupam Shatrung Varaitri Etannamika Prachi Prangmukhi Sati Eti Ebang Bhutam Agning Pratigachati. Eti Prachi Vishwavara may be compared with Sa Prathama Sanskritir Vishwavara of Sukla Yajurveda. She prays family welfare to Agni by asking to destroy the 6 enemies within us that are Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Moha, Mada, and Matsarya, and by strengthening the relationship between husband and wife, Jaspatyam, as they both are the key for the whole family. Agni Shardha Mahate Shaubhagaya तव द्युम्नानि उत्तमानि शन्तु संजास्पत्यं स्वजममा कृणुस्व शत्रुयतांगभितिष्ठामहांसि. This mantra is counted as the Jajya mantra in Pavitra Ishti, and also it is counted in the Sakamedha Jaga, that is the 3rd ritual of Chaturmasya Jaga, and there also it's a Jajya mantra in the Shishtakrit Jaga, where Saptakapala Purudash is prescribed for the deities Marutas, and it is depicted in Aspalayana Shrota Sutra and quoted by Shayana in his commentary. It's a great thing to note that the mantra perceived by a female rishi is used in the sacrificial process, that is the Pavitra Ishti and the Sakamedha. There is no such notion of a male and a female or any restriction in the Rigvedic period. The important aspect of life were the purity, penance, and qualifications for divine knowledge. Through these qualities, those who succeeded to perceive the mantra, either male or female, they are the rishis. Vishwavara is the symbol of consciousness who eradicates the papa or pains or sufferings by achieving enlightenment by herself. She performs the Srauta Jagas like Pavitrashti and Sakamedha, that is the third parva of Chaturmasya Jaga, which is consisted with four karmas, and the second ishti, that is the in the Madhyandana Shamana of Sakamedha, that is the Santipani ishti, and that Santipani ishti, in that Santipani ishti, this mantra to Agni is recited, and Vishwavara is the Vishwavara is the symbol of enlightenment, and she is Brahmavadini with all divine qualities. She asks for a good conjugal life, happy family life, as well as performs yajnas, and finally strives for the highest truth. She is the best example to maintain a holistic approach towards life by crushing the barrier of gender. And the last example is Saraswati. Saraswati is the Rshi of the 34th mantra of first sukta of 8th kanda, 8th mandala. Sorry, 8th mandala. She is the symbol of intellect. The intellect which connects with Atman always is known as Saraswati. She is the daughter of Rishi Angira and wife of Ashanga, a king of Jadu dynasty. Playogi Asanga was famous for his danas. Sometimes Asanga lost his masculinity due to any reason or cause, and Saraswati, his wife, returned back it to him with her penance. Anvasya sthuram dadrushe purastat anastha uru varambamaanah Saraswati narjya bhajakshaha subhadramarjam bhojanang vibharshi. Here the eternal relation between the intellect and Atman is symbolized. We lose these connections at times in gross material affairs. Buddhi Atman relationship is a blessed situation like Nayam Atma pravachanenu labhyo na medhaya na bahuna srutena Jamevesha brunute tena lavhyastasya atma vibrunate tanum swam. The intellect should take care of and attentive towards the Atman. It's like an ideal husband and wife. Through intellect only one can know the Atman. The purity of the intellect is required for the attainment. As the relation between intellect and Atman, so also a good family depends upon the good relationship between the wife and husband. The loyalty, honesty, care, and firmness of a wife are the pillars to establish goodness and ward off any incapability of the husband. The female has the key role to create, sustain, or destroy. Saraswati is an example of ideal wife who is also shining bright even today for material life as well as for spiritual life. And in conclusion, we may say the rage of knowledge and the highest goal are achieved by the females of Vedic era. The wrong notion that the females have no right for Upanayana, Sanskara, Vedadhyayana, Savitri, Japa, Swadhyaya or Pravachana are false by the evidences and discussions of the Rigveda Samhita. The narrowness of mind was not there in Vedic period regarding caste, creed, gender, color, region, etc. The modern society may take these good inner values to shape the mind and intellect for even a better society than the Vedic period. There was a high respect for the females and especially for learned females, which sometimes lacks now in our society due to less of awareness. The Rigvedic female Rṣis are like the common women today who had suffered or neglected or underestimated, but they have attained the divine power by their austerity, penance, knowledge, intellect, and sadhana for enlightenment, and some have achieved that highest goal also. So the Rigvedic female Rṣis are the supermodels in silence for the oppressed or suppressed or depressed women today in this age of machines and Rṣis. May the modern people have a look towards them to have inspiration and upliftment and enlightenment in life. Thank you all. And thank you to the organizers for giving me this opportunity, and Jai Tu Veda Bharati. Namo Namaha.